Hi, and welcome to Confidence Equals Beauty with Amanda Taylor. I am your host, Amanda Taylor. Hey, y'all. I hope everyone's doing great. It's holiday season. So if you're living life day to day, you are probably starting to feel all the feelings and all the things in regards to holidays. It all kind of started at Thanksgiving that week. We as a family came down with some major stomach virus that lasted for the good whole week. And yeah, on that holiday, you're supposed to be able to eat as much food as you want and enjoy. We were laying around eating saltines and drinking Sprite and watching movies. It was definitely very interesting. But, you know, it's life. And sometimes things don't always go as planned. Currently right now, my daycare's closed. And so I have a 3-year-old running around. So if you hear her in the background, I do apologize. And I might have to interrupt this episode to attend to her needs, I guess to say, but we're going to roll with it. But this is holiday season, and it's the time of year you can have many different emotions. This can be a very happy time, a stressful time, or for some a sad time. And I want to go through different situations and ways you can better handle them for yourself, really to enjoy your holiday. And this episode's probably going to bounce around, but I'll leave these things are things that many of us experienced in the holidays. And I'm also going to give you permission to change some things that you may have never done before. And you may have wanted to do, but you just need someone to say, hey, here's some things to change. You can do it. And you can have a really good holiday. My goal is to help you reduce some potential stress. I want to help you gain confidence in yourself so you and your family can have the best holiday season. I want to challenge you this holiday season, and everything that happens, make the conscious decision to choose joy. When you decide to choose joy, no matter what happens, you are making the decision for yourself that no matter what's going on, whatever happens, the things you cannot control, you will find joy. With that joy, you can see the good. You can find peace. You can give yourself patience. You can allow kindness and any other positive emotion that you need to get through this season. And for many of us, we tend to look to others for fulfillment, happiness, and joy. And I want to challenge you, yes, enjoy others, but come up with your own joy just in case you feel let down by others. And this is a real thing that happens. I think back specifically 2 Christmases ago. As many of you know, we're a blended family. We get children at certain times. So we had them before Christmas, which meant on Christmas Day, we were going to have to split that day with the other parents. And so we decided to do Christmas early. So we did this whole big production of Santa Claus, made a special visit early. My husband and I stayed up late that night, making sure everything was just ready for our new Christmas morning. We wake up, the kids were confused. They didn't understand. They started ripping open presents, and it was like, what's next? What's next? What's next? Kind of tossing the toys to the side. And then they get done, and then it was like, what's next? What's the next toy? And it really kind of hurt my feelings because I really made an effort to make this an enjoyable event. Now, had I made the choice beforehand to choose joy, I may not have allowed the external factors of everybody else affect me. I know you work so hard to make sure all the wishes and desires of your family are met. And it gives you joy. And I understand that. And yes, love every moment of making the event enjoyable for everyone, but do not lose your joy. Especially if you expect everyone to respond a certain way and they don't. That can lead to disappointment. But while you're preparing, I want you to savor the moment. Yes, even the chaotic ones, if we got to be at this Christmas parade at this time and we got to jump over after the Christmas parade to this party, we have to jump from this party to this play. I mean, you name it. I want you to just savor these moments. Because once this moment is over, it's over. And you can never get it back. So yeah, while it's chaotic, remind yourself that this is a presentation of your love for others. Choose joy for yourself so you can enjoy your holiday. Allow the relatives to be themselves without you wishing they were different. You know, that person that you're not so excited about seeing or you're stressed about seeing around because you know that this specific relative continues to do the same things that upset you over and over and over again. Do not expect this year to be any different. Instead, I want to challenge you to just love them for who they are. And this can mean love them from a distance. So while you're at the get-together, you can keep your space from this person. Or you may not interact with them at all. This can mean if they say something that you tend to get triggered by and it upsets you, you decide to walk away, take a deep breath, and for the first time in your life, you choose to not let it get to you like you have in the past. I will say that that is such a freeing decision and choice to make when you're forced to interact with someone you're not wanting to. But you're making the choice. You know what? They are who they are. I'm going to love them. I'm not going to try to change them, but I can change me and I can walk away from the situation. I can keep my space from them. Please do not put unrealistic expectations of others when you know they have not met them in the past. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to you. Instead, I'm going to encourage you to change your mindset. So if this person wants to be around your family, then by all means, they're welcome. And if they choose not, and they make every excuse why they can't be around, well, it's their loss, and they miss out on your life. But please do open up your heart and your life to those who want to be part of your family. Embrace them. Enjoy their love and everything they bring to you. So for those we have lost, and holiday season is definitely a difficult time, I believe in honoring their memory. I know my grandparents, who are not with me anymore, would not want me to be sad and depressed. And knowing my grandmothers and their personalities, they would want me to sing Christmas carols, laugh, bake, do all the things with my family as they did with me. So I encourage you to take a moment and reflect on the life they lived and what joy they brought you to your holiday season. And I encourage you to incorporate those memories into your holiday tradition. And for those who have lost a parent, spouse, extremely close loved one, and this is your first holiday season without them, I know this is very difficult. And often people have described this first holiday as probably one of the most difficult to experience. Please do not ignore the emptiness and the grief. I also do not want that grief to control your entire mind and emotions. So this is when I'm going to encourage you to ask yourself, what would loved ones want you to do in honor of them this year? I have seen some beautiful traditions where families go around and bring up good memories. They'll cry, they'll laugh about the years they had with their loved ones. And I believe this is so important for healing and honoring those we lost. If this year is financially tight, I really want to encourage you to find free activities that you can enjoy with your children instead of all the gifts. I grew up with a very tight budget family. And my favorite memories of my Christmas were singing Christmas carols, seeing Christmas lights around the town, baking or making things with my family, playing board games, kind of with a Christmas twist. I cannot remember what I asked for when I was 8 years old. And if I even got the gift that I asked for. Christmas doesn't have to be expensive. Also, if you find yourself not being able to get gifts for everyone, like extended family and friends, sit down with your kids and make something like homemade Christmas cards. Homemade gifts have been shown to carry best memories. My parents still post on social media this macaroni angel I made from elementary school that goes on the tree every year. This thing is broken to pieces and glued back together. It's awful. But 30 years later, it gets its recognition, hangs proudly on that Christmas tree. And if you need financial help for gifts and food, please seek out the organizations in your area. Let the organizations out there help you. This is a blessing for many hearts of kindness and giving that want to bless you and your family. Every year I've gotten to a place where I can do this. And it's where I provide gifts for a family and I sponsor a family. And here's what I do behind the scenes to give you a hint if you're embarrassed or whatever. I won't know who you are. 9 times out of 10, it's very discreet, age, and then the list of what the kids are requesting. So as I am picking out these presents and these gifts, I am praying over each gift. And I am praying that the family has hope, blessings, prosperity. I am praying for this family. And I personally believe that when you allow pride to get in the way of seeking out help, you rob that person who's trying to bless you. You rob them of that blessing. And I think it's okay to have a conversation with your children that if y'all still believe in Santa Claus, that Santa Claus doesn't always bring everything we want. There's always next year. There's always birthdays to get the toys that your children want. But I definitely am going to encourage you. It's okay if times are tough. It's okay to seek out help. It's okay to be anonymous, and it's okay. Not every year is going to be like this. But take advantage of those hearts and the people who love to serve and give. Take advantage of it. So moving on. This one's a hard one for me. So I'm going to give you permission to do this if you need to. It's okay to turn down invitations to holiday events if you feel like you cannot make them or already have obligations to something else. And here's where the conflict occurs. I have a blended family. I come from a divorce home with a blended family with multiple parents, multiple sides of the family. And it can get very, very hard. I've got amazing friends, lots of activities, and I want to do them all. And I don't want to tell anybody no. But sometimes it gets so overwhelming for me that it's not fun. So here's what I will say. You can always attend next year. You can simply thank the person for the invitation and just explain that you have already committed yourself to something else. But you would love to make sure that their event, if they have it next year, is a priority on your list. There is nothing more stressful than jumping from place to place, packing up, unpacking the family. You end up resenting the fact that you overcommitted yourself, and the people that are around you, they're going to feel that stress. Trust me, my kids know when I'm stressed out. My husband knows. I am moody. I'm jumping in. I'm snapping. We got to go. Pack up. Let's go. And then we're riding around and everyone's kind of like awkward. It's not fun. It's also not fun for the kids to have to jump around when they can't even enjoy themselves, because the moment they actually are starting to have fun at whatever get together, you have to interrupt and say, all right, let's go somewhere else. And then you have to transition them. And it's just a lot. And this happens a lot between family and friends. This so-and-so wants you to be at their house. And then another so-and-so wants you at their house. And it's a struggle to dodge guilt trips and the fear of hurting feelings. But sometimes it's okay to say no for your peace. Christmas, yes, it's one day a year. But it doesn't have to be the one day when you have to go to Aunt Sally's house. You can always create new traditions of going before and after Christmas and have the best time as if it's like Christmas Day. You can celebrate like you need to. So for those who have to share holidays because of divorce and the visitation schedules, please try not to focus on what you are not going to get to do with your kids. Instead, focus on what time you do have with them and enjoy them. They're already struggling with their own emotions of having to go back and forth. There is no need to put any extra stress on them. Simply allow the time to be present. Have fun doing whatever activities you can do with them. If you need to, explain to extended family and friends who also really want to see them that it's time that they respect the time you do have with your children. And have them come around your home when you have the kids. If they cannot, then plan a different time plan a time that does meet the needs of your family. And I'm going to beg you, please do not speak ill of the other parent or that side of the family. Remember, that child did not decide. They didn't make the choice to get divorced. They have every right to love and have the best time with their other parent, just like they do with you. Remember, you do not have to make everything perfect. Strive for the idea, but also allow these hiccups to come along. I mean, think about some of the best Christmas movies we watch. Every year, those movies are actually about Christmas going wrong. And we laugh and we enjoy watching the same Christmas movies over and over. Worst disaster. And in the end of the movie, everyone's together. There's a moral lesson learned. They end up loving their Christmas. I can guarantee you, hiccups are going to happen. And there's not a thing you're going to be able to do about it. This is when you choose joy. You're going to have to laugh it off. And reality is, everybody can still have fun, even if disaster happens. Pinterest Christmas was not around when we were children, especially us that grew up in the 80s and 90s. Before social media and all that, no Pinterest Christmas. You might have had like a magazine that gave you an idea, but I don't remember my mom ever following it. And I can still remember Christmas being magical. And it's okay if you don't have the perfect decorated cookies or the perfect tree or the little candies that we brought up that are like our grandmother's recipe and we have no idea what this ingredient is and it just comes out this ooey gooey mess. It's okay. It's okay if the cookies come out burnt because you forgot to put the timer on. I mean, shout out to those in the back. Raise your hand. Yeah, I have done it multiple times. You burnt the cookies because you didn't put the timer on because something else distracted you. Change it up. Play a game of truth and dare. Dare someone to eat the burnt cookies without making a face or spitting the cookie out. Or maybe you can hide the burnt cookies in with the better batch. And whoever gets the burnt cookies wins. Make it fun. Laugh when something's funny. Oh my God, that's one of my favorite memories. It's just laughing and just enjoying the silliness of what the magic of Christmas is. Cry when you need to let it out. Y'all know how many times I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh my God, we're running out of time. Nobody's getting ready. I have many times cried. Let it out. Why? Because you need to move on. So let it out when you need to. Sigh when you need to catch your breath, because that's usually a moment you need to slow down. And this holiday season doesn't have to be for show of what you can and can't do or how to prove yourself to others. It's really about loving others and loving yourself. Choose joy for yourself so you can enjoy your time. If you have to put healthy boundaries up to protect yourself, please do. This doesn't have to be rude or ugly. And this is a time for you and your family to have a wonderful holiday season to remember. And this is going to look like your tradition. You know, some traditions are not as easy to follow. If you don't have traditions, create your own. And if you don't like those, change it up. That is the beauty about life. And so I hope this gives you permission. This gives you the ability to gain confidence in yourself so you can enjoy your time with your family and have a very, very Merry Christmas. And remember, confidence equals beauty. If you're looking for more information to read on building confidence or just any life situations, please visit www.confidenceequalsbeauty.com. If you have any questions on any topic you want me to cover, please email me at amandarobinsontaylor@gmail.com. If you would please help me get this podcast to more people who could use the community and support, please like, follow, subscribe, and share this podcast. Also, please rate this podcast, preferably a good rating, so this podcast can reach more and more people. I want to thank you for spending your time with me, and remember, confidence equals beauty.